Hello, I hope you and your loved ones are all safe. Thank you all for tuning into our virtual Margin Sports Awards. It is my pleasure to be hosting the Sports Awards this year. I've thoroughly enjoyed watching you all compete and excel in your different sports. Sports Awards aims to recognise the achievements and successes of our teams and athletes in this academic year. I know for sure this is not how we all wanted our year to finish, but let's all be thankful that we are all safe and are able to stay connected through the power of technology. Now more than ever, I'm sure that you'll be cherishing the memories you made in those early morning training sessions, the memories you made in the long away days, the cramped coach journeys, playing together, and of course, the team socials. This year, we've been lucky to experience some great sporting moments, from last-minute winners to amazing comebacks. Now, let's talk about varsity. I know that it's very gutting you didn't go ahead, but let's look at the positives. On the day it was announced that varsity was cancelled, we were all sad, but in true Margin spirit, we stuck together and made the most of it, celebrating together in Barjon. Some of us had a little bit too much fun and even injured ourselves. How see? Since then, we have adapted to a new way of living and learning. However, we did not forget the true purpose of varsity, to raise money for charity. Together, we have raised £880 and covered over 1,000 miles so far for Young Minds, our chosen varsity charity. The Do Something, Donate Something campaign highlighted what a tight-knit community we are and our willingness to support great causes that make a positive impact on the lives of others. This is just one of the reasons why I am proud to be Margin. I'm delighted to have Margin alumni Maddie Hobson with us today as a guest speaker. I'm sure many of you have watched Maddie's inspirational speech at graduation. For those that don't know about Maddie, Maddie is the UK's first diver and diving coach with cerebral palsy. She's overcome many challenges, such as being born 3 months prematurely and the doctors giving her only a 25% survival chance. She's a real inspiration, and we look forward to hearing from her a little bit later. But before we move on to the awards, we are joined by the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Michelle Jones, who will share a few words with us. Over to you, Michelle.
Thank you, Jeffrey, and good evening all. I'd like to start by sharing and recognising that disappointment that you all feel about the way the sports year ended. I know the season didn't finish for many, but varsity was cancelled and that we aren't meeting in person tonight like we'd have all wanted. But I'd like to pay a special thanks to Margin Sports Federation, the Students' Union and the marketing team for organising our first ever virtual sports awards. I hope it will enable you all to celebrate what was a successful sporting year. And I think if I try to find a silver lining, I can guarantee you won't have to wait for a taxi in a queue, and I'm sure it will be a much cheaper night in than a normal sports awards. What I'd really like to do is congratulate all of the sports teams for your response to the current situation. You've demonstrated resilience, flexibility, and humanity, ranging from the toilet roll keep you up, which I had fantastic fun with, through to the 5K challenge, which was less fun, I have to say. Your response to the current situation absolutely makes me proud to be Margin. Personally, sport has always played a critical role in my life, and I know I wouldn't be where I am today without the positive influence of sport. But I think all of those involved in sport, whether as a participant, as a coach, as a therapist, as a spectator, know that it's an emotional roller coaster. And if I reflect on my own sporting experiences, spending months rehabilitating from knee surgery, just to realise that actually the only option was for more surgery, was an absolute low light. And when I reflect, my highlight was actually the camaraderie in sport, and that camaraderie shines through in sport at Margin more than any other institution I've seen. I think the sporting experiences you have and that roller coaster of emotions is a good mirror of the current situation that we're all in. But I have every confidence that the same qualities of resilience, flexibility, and humanity that you've shown already, they absolutely give me the courage that we'll come through this together and stronger as Team Margin. Quite frankly, at the moment, we are making history. And if we look at history, actually, through our 180-year history at Margin, sport has played a significant part. And I was looking through the archives, and perhaps most relevant is in 1946. There was an editorial by the principal then, and a third of it was dedicated to sport. And that was after the return to campus after the Second World War, and in an attempt to find a new normal at that time. The principal at that time, if I have to quote here, he said, "The cricket team, in spite of the wretched weather of recent weeks, has made a promising beginning." Now, I absolutely have no doubt that you can all empathise with wretched weather, even though, of course, we do have an AstroTurf. But for those students who are returning to Marjon in September, what I would like to do is reassure you that just as sport was important after the Second World War, sport and physical activity will continue to play a critical role in our new normal after coronavirus. We don't quite know what it will look like, and we want you to be part of deciding that, but it will play an important part. So to finish off with, tonight, obviously we're celebrating outstanding performances and contribution to Team Marjon Sport. And before Jeffrey starts announcing the winners, I'd like you all to raise a glass or a cup or a bottle. I have mine ready here with me. To Team Marjon, and I'd like to congratulate each one of you who contributed to this success this year. And that's whether you contributed as a performer, as part of the sport team, or as a spectator. So to Team Marjon, over to you, Jeffrey.
Lovely. Thank you for those kind words and stories, Michelle. Thanks for joining us. So just a little reminder, you can tweet us your pictures and your sports wall setup. Remember to use the hashtag #UpTheJohns. So right, let's get started with the first set of awards. So first up, we've got the Marjon Sports Federation Awards, and these are the colours. So we're starting with full blue. So this is for someone that has been selected for an international call-up in the last academic year, including summer call-ups. So we start with Sam Taylor. Sam has been part of the GB Under-23 Elite Development Programme for 2019-20. He also plays for Marjon Men's Hockey and Ashmore. Next up, we have Peter Inglesby. Pete was selected to play for Canada Under-20s in the World Cup Trophy competition. Peter also plays for Marjon Men's Rugby team and Plymouth Albion Development Squad. Next up is Rhiannon Lewis. Rhiannon represents Wales at hockey at both Under-21 and senior level, and has been a regular of the squad this season. She also plays for the Plymouth Marjon Hockey Club and Marjon's Women Hockey team. Now we have Edward Larkin. Ed is part of the GB talent squad for wheelchair rugby for 2019-20. And we have a first year called Daffyd Griffiths, who is part of the Wales Under-20 basketball squad. Laura Wakenham, who is a GB age group in triathlon, qualified for European Championship 2020. Hannah Smith, GB age group in triathlon, qualified for European Championship 2020 as well. We also have Sarah McJury, who is a record holder in the Welsh Indoor Rowing Championships in November 2019. Now we have two rugby boys, Philippe Pircia, who plays rugby union for the Croatian national team 2019-20, and we have Dino Bozic, who plays rugby sevens for the Croatian national team 2019-20. So a massive well done to all of you from everyone at Marjon. We're really proud of you. Keep up the good work. And now we move on to our Blue Award. This is awarded to domestic national championships. This year, this goes to the Bucks Conference Cup winners, the women's futsal team. So the players were Hannah Prisk, Rebecca Kench, Shania Fenlon, Kira Cyril, Abby Burrows, Evie Pittman, Claire Goodson, and we have Dion Igalawe, and we have Ben Kyle and Becky Rowe. And I did practice your surname, Dion, so I'm hoping I say it right. If not, let me know in the comments. Next up, we have Half Blue. This is for someone selected to represent English universities throughout this academic year. And this award goes to Roger Bleakley, who has been selected for England University lacrosse team. He's the first ever Marjon lacrosse player to get a call up. Roger, I've got a message from the Lax boys. I just want to say that they're all really proud of you, and also everyone else at Marginal is really proud of you. So keep up the good work. Right, so that leaves us with the Colour Awards. This for outstanding contribution to their sport over 3 years and deserved recognition for their hard work. So we start off with the dance team. So the Colour Award goes to Izzy Keats and Sarah Williams from the dance team. For men's basketball, it goes to Ben Peard. Well done, Ben. Men's football, we have Sam Alfieri and Matt Callow. For women's futsal, Hannah Prisk and Lucy Atkinson. And for the women's futsal club, we have Kira Cyril and Dion Igalawe. And from the men's hockey, we have Kellen Stokes and Dan Dolding. Women's hockey, Vicky Bear and Brianne Lewis. And from the men's lacrosse team, we have Luke Taylor and Owen Knight. From the women's lacrosse, we have Beth Lesborough and Morgan Davey. Moving on to netball, we've got Mia Halifax, Katie Harvey-James, Molly King and Abby Vickers. Men's rugby, Torrin Clark. Women's rugby, Megan Oakey and Molly Han. For swimming and water polo, we have Verity Howell and Chloe Smith. For tennis, Reese Dunford. Last but not least, from the men's volleyball club, we have Elliot Greed. So thank you for helping out over the 3 years for sport and kind of helping the clubs progress and improve. And hopefully that recognises your hard work and achievement. So thank you to all of those people that have helped out this year and over the last 3 years. Next up, we have the most improved team. So the nominations for this are men's hockey, swimming and water polo, netball, and men's futsal. So I've got to be honest, I haven't got a drum roll, so we're going to go straight into winner. So the winner for this is swimming and water polo. This team has improved massively since last season when they got relegated. They've bounced back in true Marginal spirit and got promoted this season. The swimmers also took part in Bucks short course, achieving many PBs. So well done to Swim and Water Polo Club. Great stuff. So that moves us nicely onto the Volunteer of the Year nominations. So the nominees are Katie Harvey-James, Louis Costa, even though he gets paid, Matt Callow, and Mia Halifax. And the winner for this this award are Katie Harvey-James and Mia Halifax. So well done, girls. These two have been at the forefront of charity work this year, raising money for Plymouth Food Bank, Mustard Tree, supporting Stonewall UK by wearing rainbow laces as part of the Coming Out campaign. They've also worked alongside other sports clubs to raise funds by putting on many social events in the sub and entertaining us by playing the men's rugby at netball. If you didn't get to watch it this year, if you're around next year, please do go watch that. It's a good laugh. Well done once again to Mia and Katie. Good stuff. Now we move on to Coach of the Year nominations. I'm sure every coach this year has been brilliant, and all the students and staff just want to thank all the coaches for our sports team this year for their time and effort in helping our sports teams get better and succeed. So the nominees are Alicia Jackson for netball, we've got Gary Jeffrey for men's futsal, Steph Beck from women's futsal, and Owen Knight for men's lacrosse. And the winner for Coach of the Year is Steph Beck. Joining partway through the season, Steph coached the girls to many successes this season, such as going unbeaten, promotion, and winning the Conference Cup in style. She's been a great mentor to the team and led by example, putting them in good stead for next season. Her commitment to the club is second to none. She travels to home and away games. So thank you, Steph. You're a worthy winner of Coach of the Year. Now, that brings us on to Team of the Year nominations. We have men's hockey, men's lacrosse, women's futsal, and netball. I just want to say I really enjoyed watching every team this year, and so has Sasha. I'm sure she can vouch for that. You know, it's been really impressive watching all of you play this year, and it's been entertaining for me. So thank you for, entertaining me and making my Wednesdays over the last 3 years. So once again, the nominees for Team of the Year are men's hockey, men's lacrosse, women's futsal, and netball. And the winner of this award goes to women's futsal. which is a very small club that has achieved so much in the last year, for going the season undefeated, managing to secure promotion and winning the Conference Cup final. And I should add that was the last game on campus. Well, we had the futsal, but that was a friendly. But yeah, so thank you for entertaining us, girls. Right. So that is the end of the first set of awards. Now, we move on to our guest speaker, Maddie Hobson. I would like to introduce Maddie as our guest speaker. I've had the pleasure of working with Maddie as a student ambassador and being in lectures with her. Maddie is a great person with a positive outlook on life, and her story and achievements are really, really inspiring. Over to you, Maddie.
Thanks, Jeff, and congratulations to everyone who has won an award so far. Nelson Mandela once said that sport has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire people, creates hope where there's despair, and has more parents in breaking down racial barriers and all types of discrimination. I was 15 when London held the Olympic and Paralympic Games in 2012, and I remember the slogan very clearly: inspire. We all have the power to inspire and to motivate people from all walks of life. Since the London Olympics, the UK has established itself as a leading destination for hosting world-class sporting events. In turn, the sporting arena has become a huge part of our lives and has had a positive impact on issues as diverse disability, inequality, employability, and addressing antisocial behaviour. Today, we're here to celebrate your successes, the excitement of winning, the agony of defeat, learning the lesson of teamwork, and the hard work and sacrifices you've made to achieve your goals. Having decided to study at this amazing university, you already have a head start in life. The lecturers here demonstrate a deep knowledge and understanding of the subject. Their passion is inspiring, but more importantly, they know they care. Inspiring to take up sport could change life forever. I was 7 when I was introduced to sport, horse riding being my first love. Because of my disability, participating in sport at school was very challenging for me, as the staff weren't always aware how to make adaptations for me. There was always one kid playing it was unfair to do PE. They had no idea that the unfairness that I could actually take part. A school where staff made it appropriate for me, enabled me to participate in hockey netball rounders. Stage, I knew I wanted sport to be a large part of my life, and I knew it was going to be tough. Watching the Olympics in 2012 inspired me to take up platform diving and opened up a new for me. To young people everywhere, with the inspirational power them to choose sport, what was successful with me. It had taken me 10 years to swim the length of a pool, and no way would I jump off the side. But suddenly, at the age of 16, I was jumping off a 3-metre platform. Nearly 7 years later, and almost up to the board, my dives are constant, and I'm learning new ones. We all know it's not just athletes that make up sport. Coaches play a massive part. Having taken my level 1 coaching in diving just before starting university in 2016, I know as a diving coach, helping to teach kids to dive. Sometimes it can be challenging, especially with my own ability. But now when I complain about doing a dive myself, which is rare, and I look to see a coach trying not to tear out in frustration, I can see what he's going through or thinking, because I've been in that position myself as a coach. As a coach, you see your pupils grow and play a significant part in their development. Having been born in Germany, I was introduced to skiing at a very young age and taken to my first ski resort around 5 months. I was playing skis at old, stopped since. Although I found this sport particularly challenging, I persevered, but often ski one-to-one with an instructor and not with the rest of our group. By chance, last year, when doing my dissertation, I came across an article about 6 skiing lessons in Birmingham. Earlier this year, I had some lessons at ski, a snow dome, but also into 4-track, which was great fun. I really enjoyed it. It simply means you have little skis on the end of special poles called outriggers, therefore giving me much more balance. I was excited to go back to Austria and try skiing again with the outriggers, which enabled ski with the rest. Skiing and diving, except I'd slightly different to be able, but both sports allow me to feel like I have ability. My dives might not be the cleanest, and I might have to do them a different way. On a board, I feel like any other dive. With I was nervous about going slope without riggers instead of normal, but I was having too much fun and enjoying myself to notice if people saw this new equipment I was using. We did happen to see an amputee using outriggers as well. I thought was pretty cool. I'd never come across them before. Sadly, our holiday was cut short due to the virus. I had to get out of Austria very quickly. But I'm looking forward to some practice at Tamworth later this year and certainly hitting the slopes again next year. So many people in me are motivated, been through some tough times, but I've never given, and more importantly, never doubted myself. Right now, we're all missing our own particular sports, both participating and training. You may have found a different type of exercise. It won't be the same without your teammates by your side. Hopefully, it won't be long before we're all back doing what we love, participating in sports. Well done, all of you, and huge congratulations to the award winners. Your hard work has paid off, and your success publicly acknowledged. You should be proud of your achievements. Set your goals high, and don't stop till you get there. Keep saying one. Now I'll hand you back to Jeff, who will announce the rest of the winners.
That's brilliant. Thank you for that, Maddie. Always love to hear from you. And thank you for reminding us that hopefully it's not too far away that we can be back with our teams training and playing and making some more memories. So thank you once again, Maddie. Right, moving on to our second set of awards. The first one in this category is Sports Therapist and Sports Rehabilitator of the Year. So the nomination for this category are Emily Rocky, Reece Dunford, Ryan House, and Torrin Clark. Just want to say a massive thank you to all of our sports therapists and sports rehabbers that have given their time to our sports team this year. Thank you from me and all of our staff and students for your time. So the winner of the Sports Therapist, Sports Rehabilitator category is Torrin Clark. Playing the sport himself and being in his third year of study and having a placement with a netball team, Torrin has been nothing but committed to going the extra mile for the ladies, even attending 7 a.m. sessions. So thank you for your hard work, Torrin, and obviously those 7 a.m. training sessions paid off. So well done, a worthy winner. Brilliant. Moving on, we have the team awards. This is for the player's player. So this is for the players in the team that I voted for their favourite player or the best player, however you did it. So we start off with men's football. Fifth team, we have Sam Morland. Fourth team, Johnny Day. Third team, Josh Hambleton. Second team, Bailey Gamble. First team, outgoing captain Sam Alfieri, and incoming captain Cam Turner. Well done to all of you boys. For the women's futsal, why do I keep saying futsal? All right, we've got Olivia Ramsey for the women's futsal. Well done, Olivia. And now for the women's futsal, we have Evie Pittman. Well done, Evie. Men's lacrosse, we have player Joe Cole, and they've also got a fresher of the year, which goes to Harry Croft. So well done, both of you. Great work. And for women's hockey, we have Rianne Lewis. Well done, Rianne. Men's hockey, Harry Woolway. Even though he messaged me this himself, I'm going to trust him and believe that he did win it. Yes, well done, Harry. And the same goes for Megan Oakey from rugby. She messaged me herself saying she got player's player. So I'm hoping them two are telling me the truth. So well done, both of you. Great work. Men's rugby is Pete Inglesby. Great work, Pete, this year. And hopefully your hand's a lot better now. Right, netball. First team, we have Ellie White. Second team, Alice Bolton. Third team, Jada Dawes. Well done, girls. Great work. Right, swimming and water polo. We've got swimmer. That goes to Chloe Lewis. Well done, Chloe. And for the player's player for swimming and water polo, that goes to Verity Howe. Great work, guys. Tennis, we have Charlie Tate. Men's futsal, we've got Ben Fuchs. Dance team, we have Dancer's Dancer. And that goes to Isabella Keat. So well done to all of you guys that won player's player. I'm sure it was well deserved, and please do cherish it for all of your hard work and efforts this year. That moves us nicely onto the Mahjong Student Union Awards. So Sash and I had the challenge of picking two winners this year for the Champagne Moment and Spirit of Mahjong. So Champagne Moment, in our eyes, there's only one winner for this. In a close cup conference final, they won in the closing seconds of the game. I'm sure you've seen the video all over social media. It was a great goal. It was a great finish by Hannah Prisk. So the winner for this is Women's Futsal Club. Well done, ladies. It was a great game to finish off our year of sports on campus. So well done once again, Women's Futsal. All right, Spirit of Mahjong. So Sasha and I have gone for the Netball Club. It's because they've raised a substantial amount of money for charity, putting on events throughout the year, and they also have a big social media presence. So well done, ladies. Great work from you this year. Right, last two awards of the evening. That's gone quite quickly, hasn't it? We start off with Sportsman of the Year. And the nominations for this are Matt Callow, Sam Taylor, Torrin Clark, and Adam Northcott. Right, so the winner is Matt Callow. Well done, Matt. I'm hoping that kind of makes your day a little bit better. I know you've had a rough day today, so I'm hoping this will cheer you up. And the reason Matt has won this award is for a year of outstanding work and commitment to Mahjong Football Club this year. He is always willing to go the extra mile for the club and has kept it running smoothly from the moment the season started. He's been at the forefront of fundraising events the football club has put on throughout the year. He is described as, in speech marks, heart of university sport. He is also a valued member of the Mahjong Sports Executive Committee. So well done, Matt. I also just want to say thank you for being a student trustee, for kind of, just putting your fingers in a lot of pies this year. And here's your reward for all your hard work. So thank you from me, Matt, and thank you from all of the Sports Federation staff as well. So this brings us on to our last award of the night, Sportswoman of the Year. And the nominations for this are Hannah Prisk, Rebecca Kench, Meg Oakey, and Katie Harvey-James. So this one was a really hard one for us as a committee to decide. So we felt it was only right to give it to two people. And the first of those winners is Hannah Prisk. This is for outstanding contribution not only to women's football and futsal, but to the whole of the Mahjong sporting community. So well done, Hannah. That's well deserved. And it's been brilliant to see all of your hard work after lockdown as well and keeping the Mahjong community together. So keep it up. And well done, Hannah Priss, once again. So the second winner of the Sportsman of the Year goes to Katie Harvey-James. Katie encompasses the spirit of Mahjong not only in sport, but the community as a whole. She's a valued member of Mahjong Sports Executive Committee and has led the netball club brilliantly this year. So well done, Katie, true winner, and well done to Hannah as well. So thank you everyone for listening to our sports awards. That is all of the awards done with. I'm sure you can find them all on the Mahjong University Twitter page. Laura's kindly been tweeting out for us. So if you missed a few, head over to the university Twitter page to have a look. I also just want to say a massive thank you to Laura and Catherine for all of their hard work this year, for making sports happen at university this year. That's from talking about bucks to all the social side of sports. I also want to say a thank you to Louis Costa as well for helping me out this year. He's been great. I also want to say a thank you to Simon and the Sports Centre staff. Thank you for making all of our Bucks Wednesdays easy and catering for all of our training sessions and so forth. I hope you guys are all well in the Sports Centre. We look forward to the Sports Centre being open in the near future. I also want to say thank you to Michelle Jones and Maddie Hobson for their speeches. It's been really good hearing your stories and it's been inspiring. Hopefully that will keep a lot of people going in these tough times. And lastly, I just want to thank you everyone behind the scenes. I want to thank you, Jules, Laura and Helen for making the virtual sports awards happen. So thank you to you. Thank you for all your efforts and hard work. And just before we go, I just want to say, please keep supporting our Do Something, Donate Something campaign. We are very close to reaching our target of £1,000. Like I mentioned earlier, we're currently at £880. So it finishes on Friday. So please help us push over the line. Young Minds is a great charity that supports young people and empowers them no matter what the challenges they are facing. So it's a great cause and it was our chosen varsity charity. So please do support us. And now I recommend you head over to the university Twitter or Facebook page to watch some of the highlights from this year. I just want to say thank you everyone for joining us. All the best and take care.